Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of the Leaders League Spring Cup Season 1. It is Compass Gaming versus President, although they didn't tag themselves up. But what do we care? We know what team it is. My name is still Coacher, and with me is also still Don Horatio.
Yep, definitely. And yeah, game number 1, Compass, just looking like the stronger team as we expected. And well, we'll see if President can actually make something of the second game. I don't know. It's going to be really hard. If they couldn't win that laning stage in the last one in that bottom lane, I don't really know what to expect from them here. We'll see if they go for, I don't know, maybe more of a passive game, actually try and get their carry a bit farmed. The Clinks kind of got thrown to the Wolves in that last game, so we'll see if they change their strategy up a bit based upon how that last one went. And, well, they got a lot of things to ban potentially as well, which, I don't know. That last game, the global stuff, they should probably ban out some of that stuff, I think.
Well, that's exactly what they do at the moment, taking out the IO.
Yeah, definitely. And I was thinking either ban that or Nature's Prophet. And we've seen Nature's Prophet, who always makes it back, man. He is always first ban, first pick at some point in time. You can't get rid of this guy, so wouldn't be surprised to see him picked up here once again, potentially. Without the Wisp, won't be quite as strong, but we saw a strong performance from Goretz on that last game, so would not be surprised for Compass. But it's first pick for President first, and, well, they won't have Invoker or Brewmaster to choose from, but there's still a number of good heroes left here, potentially. Ancient Apparition didn't work out too often in the last game, unfortunately, but they could go for it again here if they want to, but I would reckon they won't, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think Treant Protector actually might be a decent choice, although, I mean, any hero that they pick, apart from the Lycan or Nature's Prophet, will leave those two heroes there for Compass Gaming, and Nature's Prophet plus Lycan on a dire side. Oh man, they go for the Viper again.
Yeah, it was okay in the last game. It didn't really feel like it did anything. I don't know, like, I thought it would make the lane... So, first of all, I thought it would help them win the lane really easily. It didn't do that. In the mid-game, it got its mech eventually, but I didn't really feel that happen either. Like, I don't even remember seeing a Viper strike. I'm sure it happened, but I don't remember one actually making anything happen at all. This hero had pretty much zero impact in game number 1. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but I just, like, didn't notice it do anything.
You mean, once he got that mech, he was just a little bit tankier, so it took for them a little while longer to bring him down. And the corrosive skin actually was maybe the deal that brought the heroes on Compass Gaming slightly lower on HP. But since they were so far ahead anyway, it didn't have any effect on Viper. He's definitely one of the heroes that you, like, in the worst case scenario, you need to break even. But usually you want that hero to just get ahead early on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things, like, you just try to get the mech really quickly, Aghanims as well, if you can get that early as well. This hero is just a pain in the ass for supports early on if he gets a good start, because they have really no way to deal with him, at least on most supports. So you're kind of just forced to either run away, or a Viper, you can't even do that all the time, so you kind of just die. So yeah, like you said, it's an aggressive hero, and you want to be able to take advantage of that early mech. If you don't get it, and you don't find kills early, this hero doesn't really add that much in the late game. So we see Compass, they go with Sand King Rubik, just two reliable supports, two of the stronger supports in this current patch, I would say. And yeah, always excited to see a Sand King game, and I don't know, they could still do just about anything with this. It's a decent roam combination, good in a tri-lane as well. Doesn't really reveal a whole lot, and they'll have a lot of cores to choose, and, well, I don't know what... Preston really has no obvious bans coming up either against this, but yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it's so nice to draft like that, just making it so that your enemy doesn't know or has no clue what to ban out. I think a Darkseer might be one candidate for that. Just vacuum, although, I mean, every time I think like, oh god, Darkseer Sanking combination, it's just so deadly. But you see it maybe once per game that they can actually get that combo off properly, because either the other team initiates and you're not in position to do the combo, or one hero goes in before the other, and just such a mess all the time. But I mean, both heroes individually are strong as well, so they don't even need to land that combination perfectly, unless they're just super far behind and they're defending high ground or something. But
yeah, I agree. They're just both solid heroes, and I would not be too upset to see a pick or a ban of the Darkseer for them. And, well, we see the Dazzle. You don't see this in the first phase that often anymore. Normally, the defensive support of choice is Treant these days, but, well, we're going to have a Dazzle instead, and, I mean, this...
I want to see a Huskar now.
Yeah, that would be certainly something. And I mean, they did want to go aggressive in that last game, so I guess Huskar would also make some sense. I would hope that they played Huskar smarter than the last game I saw with the Huskar, where he was in the safe lane just farming while his team was fighting. I'm like, that's not Huskar. But yeah, we should. Yeah, looking at this, it's hard to tell whether a Huskar will be that effective yet because there just had not been enough picks. But it is certainly something to think about with the Dazzle combination. It's very, very scary to play against.
Most certainly is. Well, actually, kind of a respect ban coming out now. The Tinker and well, the Darkseer might or might not get banned, and maybe Compass Gaming doesn't want to go for it. But against the Viper and the Dazzle, I mean, Viper, okay, maybe he's mid lane and not safe lane, but whatever the case may be, a Darkseer is really good against the Viper because yeah, Viper Strike it slows you down, but Surge you're still hasted. It's the same against the Dazzle, so the Dazzle effectively can't do too much on the laning phase to just box out the Darkseer as well.
Yeah, no real hard disable quite yet, and the second support could remedy that situation, but it also may not. So yeah, Darkseer I still think is a solid pick here. I mean they got kind of the pick of the litter, and yeah, President kind of forced to I don't know span out a couple of I don't know. They ban out the Tinker like you said, the respect banks. They don't really know what else to go for right now. I don't know if Tinker would have been the best fit this game, but I feel like I've seen Jet played a couple of more times than not, and I guess with how I haven't done that many Compass games, and the rate must be pretty damn high of Tinker, so I would say it's one of his specialized heroes. We see the Ember Spirit ban as well, which is a hero we don't really see targeted that often with bans or picks, so yeah, I don't know. I think President's kind of just a bit confused after that last game, I would imagine.
Do you think that they might be just gearing up for some push of their own? I mean, Ember Spirit is decent against push. Without too much farm, of course, the Sleight of Fist doesn't really clear out the creep waves, but still. And of course, Tinker is excellent against that. So maybe they want to get like a Nature's Prophet as an offlaner for themselves, and maybe even look towards an Enchantress or Chen.
They certainly can. With the Viper, I like that because you get that fast mech and you just kind of go, and you fight, and you have Dazzle for even extra sustain on top of that. So certainly something they could do, and that does actually put the Viper to use. So I actually would like to see that quite a bit. I always want to see. I don't like people just casually picking Viper, especially in the first phase, and not really, and just having it just be another hero. I want to see a goal for like, if you pick Viper, it's like, all right, we'll get mech, and then we push. And I'm like, okay, that's a good plan. You can do that plan, and it makes a lot of sense. So I'm hoping we actually do see something like that. It's for if we want to see a better game than the first one, at the very least, and not just a complete total stomp.
Yeah, it's kind of a sign for like tier 2, tier 3 teams sometimes, that they draft what is popular in the professional scene, but without of actually maybe liking those heroes themselves that much. Maybe they haven't practiced it all that much as well. But when Viper, second game in a row, Viper, it's not like he played bad or anything, they just got outplayed as a team. And now Compass Gaming, they're actually only 20 seconds left in the bonus time as they go for their third pick. It looks like it's a hard one for them.
And both teams are running pretty damn low on the time. I mean, President's down to 23 seconds as well, so these last couple of picks, well, Compass. Okay, there we go. They go for a Mirana, so available in the second phase, not too bad. Not too shabby. They have a couple of... They don't have, like, obvious setups for Arrow like Bane or Shadow Demon, but Rubik Lift's decent enough, and Burrow Strike additional disable as well. That tri-lane, if they catch out whoever they are up against, I mean, with a Rubik Lift and then into Burrow Strike, Arrow, that hero's just kind of dead. But we actually see a Shadow Demon, and this is a hero... I didn't say it out loud, so I can't actually claim this, but we'll pretend that I said that Shadow Demon would have been a good ban, just because the Shadow Demon Dazzle combination is pretty decent, so something they could think about. But Compass, instead they went for the Treant and Wraith King, so two other supports. I think Wraith King might have been a bit scarier, but Shadow Demon Dazzle is a decent setup. Still no stuns from the supports, which is a bit not the best thing in the world, but they do have disruption, I guess, and I don't know. We'll see how that works. Not too great against Mirana, because she can always just leap out too, but... Yeah, I don't know. I do like the Shadow Demon pick typically, but we'll have to see. Once again, it's a hero that kind of needs a plan, and right now the Disruption follow-up isn't really completely there. They need one more hero to try and finish this little combo off, I think. Maybe an Axe.
Well, an Axe would be pretty damn great, especially if they went for an aggressive tri-lane. Although against a Mirana, Rubik, Sand King, that is a scary thing to do. Unless Compass Gaming want to go aggressive with this, but usually with the Sand King, you just want to utilize your own jungle, stack it up, and farm it for the fast Blink Dagger.
Yeah, well, the aggressive tri-lane would disrupt that, which is one thing you can do to a Sand King. You have to be careful not to over dive, because Burrow Strike's really, really good if you dive under towers and things like that, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do decide to go for. It all depends on kind of that last round out combo pick, and we see Nature's Prophet again from Compass, and I'm not really surprised by that. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't banned instead of the Ember Spirit, to be completely honest. I think that we see way more Nature's Prophet than Ember, and it was in the last game. I mean, it should be fresh in their minds, but they leave it in.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm completely baffled by the fact that the Lycan is still in the hero pool.
It's, if you, I mean, we could see maybe President go back for it, but oh, I guess Compass could too. They do have two heroes that could solo lanes, but I don't know if you don't. I don't know. Teams just stop playing Lycan just quite as much, even when he's not banned. Their building strategy is not around him, and if you go into a game with a game plan that's like, all right, we want to do this, and it won't actually have a Lycan won't fit in. Even if it's the best hero available, you may not necessarily want to go for it. And both teams, I mean, it just doesn't really seem to be something they're thinking about. So yeah, it is a little bit surprising, but I don't know. I like seeing people able to pick something that's not the best hero in the pool, especially if it does kind of twist up your strategy to do it. So not settling for that.
It is kind of like that. If you don't pick it up early, you might as well not go for it because you're going for a different kind of strategy, like you said as well. It's just that Compass, maybe they just don't want to put all their cards in the push. So
yeah, potentially. I mean, right now their lineup's pretty well rounded. I would say it's like this is about like this is a very typical this patch draft right now. It's about as typical as it gets. Well, to see the last pick is for Compass, but I mean, Nature's Prophet's been playing a huge role. We've seen a lot of Sand King, tons of Rubik as well, and the Miranda obviously has been in a ton of games. So I don't know. They can really do just about anything, and this last pick will help solidify things. With Nature's Prophet, he'll do whatever he does. He'll split push, and he'll maybe TP to fights and show up as well. Wrath of Nature.
Wow.
Okay, here we go.
Well,
oh, that's a thing.
I mean, the Draw Ranger is actually really good at pushing herself as well, with just the high attack speed thanks to the marksmanship agility. Plus, she gives extra attack with the precision aura to 3 of the other heroes on his team, so all except Sand King. But now a Morphling pickup for President, and I mean, Morphling is more or less the tankiest hero for the team. Yeah, sure, Viper with the mech can help out early as well, but how much do they actually have to counter push with early on? It's not much.
They have some things. I mean, they have some like okay abilities. They have nothing obvious like Hot Illuminate, but I mean, if you can get a good Shallow Wave, which kind of requires their own creeps, but they have that. They have Shadow Poison, which most people have actually been leveling up first recently on Shadow Demon, and then Impale's okay, but they don't have sustainable spam spells. They can push back a wave or two, but if it keeps coming, they could be in a bit of trouble. And well, with the Prophet and Drow Ranger, they may not necessarily be 5-manning up at towers anyway. They could just be trying to farm Sand King, or maybe taking a 4v5 or 4v3 somewhere, taking some small skirmishes, and somewhere else on the map, Drow Ranger and Nature's Prophet just going to town on a different tower. And I don't know, there's a lot of split push potential on this team for Compass.
I mean, Presidents, they probably should have a slightly more aggressive lineup as far as like early mid game is concerned, once Nyx Assassin and maybe like Viper hit level 6.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, definitely. But they do need to find 6 on that Nyx first. So there's going to be a lot on this. Oh, Nyx Assassin's the guy who has to set up the ganks this game. There's a good start for him will help the team out tremendously, and he will be the one to really make things happen once he gets 6, like you said. We'll to see if he can really do it. The onus is almost completely on him, whereas Compass, I think they have a bit more, I don't know, versatility in how they can set things up. I mean, they've got they got the TP from Prophet that can follow up on pretty much anything. Sand King needs his Blink, which is probably their main real item need, I would say, as far as like making fights happen and setting the tempo. I think that Blink Dagger on Sand King's going to be a huge thing to watch out for, along with maybe that Nyx level 6 and Arcane Boots on the other side.
yeah, probably. But just to go over the lineups fast, Imba Cross on the Shadow Demon on the Radiant side for Presidents, with Gangbang playing the Morphling, Sunstriker on the Dazzle, leaving Respawn on the mid lane Viper, with Fairlord on the offlane Nyx.
And for Compass Gaming, we've got Nature's Prophet heading towards bottom, going to be played by Goretz yet again. Mid lane in the hands of Jet, going to be that mid lane Drow Ranger. Top lane, we've got Unstable on Rubik, Skillick on the Sand King, and last but not least, Artez on the Mirana, making up a defensive tri-lane here. And well, looking like a pretty straight-up 3-3-1 so far. Shadow Demon checking out Roche. Has his DD rune. Not going to make anything more happen than that. I thought they might look for a kill mid, potentially, but they'll just head bottom. And well, we'll just see how this does pan out. And it's very just typical laning situation. Didn't really expect much else than this so far in the game. And we'll just see if they can make some plays and who ganks middle first, really, I think.
Yeah, it's quite easy to gank a Draw Ranger because Well, 300 movement speed, not the slowest, but not the fastest by any means either. Although Viper, 285 even worse. So unless he gets Corrosive Skin, he's an easy target to bring down. And mid lane Vipers actually sometimes completely skip the Corrosive Skin, which might be what Viper is doing at the moment, just to go for the extra harass on the Draw Ranger, because Draw Ranger, without the marksmanship, actually, the attack animation, it's pretty slow and well, doesn't deal that much damage.
I do like the 1 point corrosive skin, but it is a spell that does get pretty. It does get a lot better when you level it up too. So I don't know. We'll have to see what he goes for, but he will get right click quite a bit by that drow. Maybe I don't know. He'll be fine in this lane almost certainly, and it's gonna be down to ganks, I would think. And like you said, both these heroes just absolutely slow, no real escape. Viper is known as a pretty tanky hero, but that's kind of when he gets his ags and mech and things like that. Early on, both these heroes are very, 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 very susceptible to ganks, and we'll have to see who really tries to make a difference here. Maybe a smoke mid from someone, but we see Sand King already maybe thinking about it, but his time would be better spent stacking and doing things like that, which he will go back to doing. So
it makes sense as well. Just start out early. You do need that level 3 before you actually can start farming them up, but if you use that time before you get level 3 to just stack up already, then it's just going to be easier time to farm it up, and it is a double stack now, plus, well, Haste Rune, actually, Fairlord picks it up. He wants to go mid lane.
Yep, he's heading that way, but, well, can't really do a whole lot. I mean, they see him coming, but, well, we see another hero coming down as well. Unstable, making his way, but with that Haste Rune, Fairlord will just zip right on out of there, so no harm, no foul there. And, well, as long as it stays passive laning, I want to say it benefits Compass, because they do have the Sand King who can jungle far more effectively than the Shadow Demon Dazzle, who are basically, all they can really do is pull, which they're doing, certainly, and on Radiant's pretty easy to...
Oh, they're going to get Fairlord now.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go on him, and, well, no really way out of there. And there's that lift into arrow combination. One more stun, and, well, way too greedy. Like, I mean, he had that haste rune, but it must have maybe, you can't haste rune your way out of stuns. I know that much, and there's a lot of disable in that top lane. The killing potential is pretty ridiculous, whereas bottom, I mean, I mentioned it. The problem, Shadow Demon Dazzle, it's nice on paper, but, I mean, with Warfling down here, even if they find Nature's Prophet, he can just,
they're going to go again?
And, well, he might die again here. There's a Starstorm here at some point. There is. He wants that double proc potentially. He will leap forward, but now he's out of mana for Starstorm, so he may not be able to find this one or two more right clicks. Up, they will do it. Fadebolt finishes it off, and, well, Nyx Assassin, and one problem with this hero is he can't really fall back in the jungle. There's absolutely nowhere for him to go right now. He just kind of has to keep coming back to lane.
Yeah, well, I mean, usually you would think that Nyx Assassin is... Actually, he's a pretty tanky hero. 4 base armor, as well as having a poor man's shield, which blocks actually quite a lot of damage, but... I mean, you would think it's not that much, but Draw Ranger with the level 2 in Precision Aura, that's 9 extra damage for all the ranged heroes on their team. So that more or less already negates some of the poor man's shield, and well, he's still taking a lot of damage. And comparing offlaners, Goretz, he's 3.5 with, well, 7 and 2 in last hits. Last hits, of course, well, not that massive either, but Nyx, he's only level 2, 2 deaths to his name already, and at the moment trying to leech some XP from the pool, but man, he's just struggling so hard.
Yep, lost support spending time middle right now trying to find Jet, but he knows they're there. He's been playing very defensively so far, eating a couple of poison attacks, but not really a huge deal there. Killick actually scouting out that Shadow Demon, forcing him down to the low ground, and Sports really can't find a whole lot more here, I don't think. Disruption attempt onto the Sand King, not going to find him though, and Sports wasting a lot of time middle right now, and, well, I don't know, the lane's, I mean, like you said, Goretz, now he's able to find some space with the support's gone, finding some blast hits. He's doing just fine for himself, and, well, Compass once again getting everything they wanted out of this laning stage so far, and President just not able to find really much of anything, to be honest.
At least mid lane, Resvon, he does have the lead as far as last hits go. 20 and 8 compared to Chet's 13 and 7. So Viper a little bit better off as Mirana. Well, hit another kill for him, but
dive. And he went deep.
He actually might go down now because Dazzle, he's going to come meet him, and
he's Moonlight Shadow right now. There you go. Okay, yeah, she'll be fine now.
Oh, that was nice plays.
Yep, got the level 6 from that kill, I assume. So, oh, that'll work out very nicely for her. She'll scoot her way back to top lane. And trying to regen her way back up. Rubik has no salve, but he does have a tango, so he can maybe give that to his carry and help her out a little bit. She's got a couple left as well. So she'll just regen right back up and be back in the fray. So a nice kill found there top lane, and, well, Impale actually will land, but no follow-up. He's just level 3 still, so no mana burn.
Well, just Mirana living on the edge. Isn't afraid that anybody else will rotate in, as Dazzle still hanging around mid lane, and is he just going in to scout out the stacks, like, or Is he really trying to fight the Sand King? I'm not even sure what he's trying to attempt.
Yeah. I don't know. He wouldn't be able. He would not really be able to fight that Sand King too well. And actually, mid lane,
Oh.
the Jet almost died to Viper, but
They're going to Fairlord again. The telekinesis was already used. The arrow. It's coming out late. Oh, they want to turn it around.
Dazzle's coming, throws up the poison touch on our artist, and well, not a whole lot he can do here other than try and run. Getting right clicked a bit. Dazzle actually right clicked the wrong hero there, it looks like, and don't think he'll be able to finish off the Mirana because of it. And yeah, she'll make it out fine. This might be your cue to go back to base now, Artez. You are out of tangos now and have no mana, but nope, dude, why stop farming ever? Nope, bottom lane. Shadow Demon, Disruption Soul Catcher does help clean up the Nature's Prophet, so they do find a kill in the bottom lane, and they do get on the board, so nice little find there. Getting that Nature's Prophet when he thought he was safe in a 1v1 matchup, but not quite.
Yeah, he got his face boost before, but definitely not as much farm as in game number 1, where he just was a part in so many kills, had face boost turn Midas by like 9 minutes or something, I think. Just crazy farm like that, but overall, in farm-wise, it's not going that bad for President Morphling. Still farming up, and actually, looks like he might be going for a Hand of Midas. He has 1.9k gold in the bank. Or no? Is he going? Well, okay. He picks. So he's going for the Lincoln Sphere. It's not the.
I don't know. I mean, it helps the lift, I guess, and that's their main form of initiation so far, and targeted burrow strikes as well. So it'll be a good item this game. You probably could have gone for that Midas though with that kill, but just playing it better safe than sorry, I suppose. But I don't know. You also won't let Compass Gaming get rolling too hard either. So there's, I don't know, Midas or no Midas. I think either way is honestly fine. It just depends. We'll see how they play it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think just disabling or not getting hit by the burst strike actually might be the biggest thing, because the burst strike a decently long duration stun, 2.17 seconds. As well as, of course, if he comes in with that epicenter and the burst strike, if you get stunned into the epicenter, you're just done for, unless you have already strength or morphed into strength a little bit before. But just, it's just such a standard first item on a Morphling. And if you went for anything else, but oh, mid lane, Respawn in trouble.
Yep, gonna get lifted up, and well, with Frost Arrows flying through a Burst Strike as well, Viper Strike will come out. Probably not gonna be enough to kill Killick off. Corrosive Skin almost gets him. So much just random DOT after Viper goes down, but Sand King lives, and now they're trying to find Dazzle. He does manage to snag the haste and run away with his life.
What a rune to get in that situation, although Artis, is he gonna go for the sneaky arrow? Come on, do it. Be a hero.
He wants it. There it is. And it's gonna miss completely, but, I mean, you gotta try. You miss every arrow you don't shoot. I don't know if he can take that fight, Artez. He may have just... Oh, does that minimize my Dota? Once again, but yeah, he's Poison Touch. He's on the run, and Impale... Maybe. He doesn't have the mana for it, actually, so Artez will actually get out of here okay, it looks like. Yeah.
Wow.
15 HP, but he makes it.
Living on the edge.
And yeah, he's been in a lot of tough situations this game, and he's, well, managed to worm his way out of more than you would expect, so I guess... Nice game sense. I don't really know what else to say, but he's barely scrolled out a couple of really close binds.
Oh, Correts now. The disruption comes out.
Yep, and well, Nature's Prophet, not the tankiest hero in the world. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Shadow Poison, second, actually will not hit. I don't know if releasing the first one will finish him off. It is only level 1, so looks like he will be fine. Actually, oh no, gets hit by that stack as well. Oh, 7 HP.
Oh man, if that one Shadow Poison would not have missed, it would have been a kill.
Yeah,
But
if this is that build that most players have been going for recently with the maximum Shadow Poison, I think that's a dead Prophet. But instead we see him maxing Soul Catcher, which is the typical build.
There's a Viper versus Mirana going on in the jungle. The Starstorm comes out.
That's not gonna work.
Wrath of Nature just helped out there as well, man.
Early game, Wrath of Nature is actually ridiculously good. Like, that damage is... It's a ton. Like, when you're level 6, and like when you first get it, it's actually absurd how much damage that does. It really does help out more than people think, I think.
What? Oh, look at what... Are you kidding me, Killick? He's stacking up the enemy jungle and wants to farm that up.
Dude, farmer you are, man. It's fine. He's gone for Arcane Boost before Blink, which is not what I would call typical. I mean, it's certainly okay, but I guess he feels like they don't need him to have the Blink initiation right now. They're comfortable farming. That's what this tells me, so... Goes through the Arcane Boots a bit better reactively, I would say, and going up against a Nyx will certainly help out as well, just dealing with the mana burn a bit better, but... Well, I don't know. I think I still prefer Blink first, but Arcane Boost first is just fine, too. And he's finding all the farming in the world he would ever want, so he's doesn't have a whole lot to worry about either.
Well, considering that Rubik went for face boots, I think he's gonna need those arcanes. I mean, they need to have at least one on their team, but I mean, Rubik face and that early on.
Oh, I don't know about the lift back to Viper and give him a chance to get back in the fight here. And well, that was a little ambitious. Rubik with the phase boots. I don't know if that's gonna help you out here, buddy.
Well, they just completely misplayed that
Why
on
would he
Compass
go
Gaming.
phase boots? No, that's gotta be just a clown pick. There's really no reason to ever do that on Rubik. I don't know.
Well, it just must be to maybe try to outrun the Viper because, I mean, against the Morphling, I would understand maybe Power Trace just to tank up for the future shotgun to come, as well as, of course, Nyx Assassin prowling around with the Vendetta and whatnot. Just face boots, I guess he wants to be able to...
Rubik's pretty damn mana intensive. I mean, Fate Bolt has a decently short cooldown. You can spam it okay, but, I mean, you do need that extra mana pool on this hero, especially if you steal a big spell or something. I mean, let's see, what is... there's really no actual big spell, I guess. Maybe it's not as important this game for him to have the arcane boots, but still, I mean, you want to be able to sustain around and actually get a bunch of different spells off in a fight. So I'm not sold on the phase boots. I'm pretty sure it's just a troll pick, but we'll see how it works out. And well, Viper, you might be in some trouble here, buddy.
There's an epicenter.
Yep, and Burrow Strike as well will fly through. Nice easy kill for the supports there, and well, Rubik, he does grab Disruption. Decent enough spell, I guess. Killick actually, Impale missing completely. Nice Gust catches on 3 heroes. Disruption might be used defensively here by Rubik on the Sand King, maybe? No, not quite. That'd been pretty funny to see, but not going to happen. On the backside, well, everybody seems to be dying for President, and yeah, I don't know. They just can't fight this team right now, and that was just an Epicenter used on one hero pretty much, but the supports just don't add anything by themselves without that Viper to really help them out, and Nyx Assassin just does not have the items he needs to make an impact yet.
I have to say that the Rubik with the face boots, he hurts. Look at his damage. He's doing 129 damage because of the Precision Aura, giving extra 41 to him. And carry Rubik in the making here.
Yep, go right click that Dazzle, take away like half his health.
Oh man, Kilik. If he gets the Burrow Strike, he might go down.
Yeah, he's probably... Well, Rubik doesn't really have any follow-up damage here, and, well, Dazzle will barely make it out with the Grave. They almost got him. Without Grave, they almost certainly do get him. Oh, Fail Lord. You are indeed a Fail Lord right now, getting caught in that Sprout, and you will go down. And, oh, God. A Nyx Assassin with a poor start is just not... It's a sad sight. There's not a whole lot you can do. He does have level 7 or 6 now. He's level 6, so he almost has level 4 Impale, has the Vendetta, but, like, when you're this far behind, what does Vendetta really do? I mean, you initiate and then you just kind of die, and then your team also dies. I don't know. There's not a whole lot he can do right now.
Yeah, I have to agree that it's kind of like the Klink's last game. If you have a gank hero, but you just fall behind early, you're not going to do much because Compass Gaming, they're mostly grouping up anyway to just go for kills or for pushes. And like you said, what does that Invis do then? Oh, they're going to get Viper as well now, maybe.
Yep, they do find the Sprout, and Sprout's actually a decent setup for the arrow, which does land, and, well, Starstorm going to fly, and... Easy life, man. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else to say. I mean, Compass getting everything they want once again. 11-3 kill score. We haven't looked at the graphs, but I'm sure they look...
yeah, I just took a peek, and...
But it's bad.
Involuntarily sounds wanted to come out of me.
Yeah, it's bad news bears. And the thing is, this Drow Ranger's been pretty much unpunished the entire game. Has a Midas, running on Intreds, has a Yasha, but... Like, has she died this game? Maybe once.
No, she has not.
Yeah, that's... Drow's biggest weakness is her laning and how weak she is susceptible to ganks, but they haven't touched her, and she's just been able to do whatever she wants. You just can't let a Drow do that, man. And well, she's doing it. I don't have any other real way to put it, but she's doing that Drow thing, and they can just kind of keep pushing on. And with the lead they have, I don't know if they can stop them. The Morphling pick would have been nice if it got going in time, but Lincoln's is actually getting decently close to done, which is. They're saving grace. I guess Morphling's farming okay. Actually, he's the last hit leader, but he's just a Morphling, and he can't really help until he gets that Lincoln's and then one more item on top of that for some damage, maybe. How does he help his team fight? He really just can't right now.
Well, I think he's going to go down fairly soon.
Yeah, they're giving chase here. It's going to be tough to finish him off. Point blank arrow into a lift. He is morphing strength now. Can actually find the damage to finish it. Starstorm already has it.
Morph, man.
Oh, that's the good steal. Did he wait?
But he just didn't go for the steal at all. He was just looking at him, right-clicking away, no time to steal. But Sanking in the meantime, double kill mid lane. I guess the epicenter was spent there. And the kill of the Morphling in the end as well, so...
Why did
Just,
Rubik grab that? That's kind of weird. I don't know.
he just looked at him morph and I was like, come on, grab it, man.
Oh, you know, here's the problem. This is the problem with the Rubik phase boots, man. Against a Morphling, you want that attack damage, but if you steal Morph and go full strength,
Well,
the
maybe
phase
he...
boots are worthless.
Oh god, another Burrow Strike.
Yeah, he's kind of... That's a dead Shadow Demon.
But I guess Rubik could just more full agility, more attack speed.
Well, I don't know if that's a great idea either. But oh, God.
Oh, that would be so sick.
Never go full agility. But yeah, just turn him into like a tower killing machine. That'd be ridiculous. Those, oh man, that'd be pretty
Oh,
funny.
mid
but, well,
lane. They might get Chet
they want
finally.
this. Yeah, they might. And
He's so
this is where you want to
fast.
blink his Drow Ranger, but yeah, he's just so fast with the Yasha, and they can't catch him. He's too fast.
Oh man, well, they're down. All their outer towers have been destroyed. There's a mech on Goretz for a couple of minutes now. Another 2.1k in the bank, Chet. Well, Matastel almost finished. Yules finished on Unstable. And well, once again, the net worth, I mean, Unstable, he's only surpassed by, well, now the Viper as well as the Morphling, but that's less than a 1000 difference. And Morphling, he's gonna fall down as well to Artis. They just can't do anything at all against Compass.
Yeah, it's situation's looking very dire for President right now. I don't really know. I mean, the only real comeback to this is get Morphling super jacked, but I mean, Viper doesn't even have his mech yet at 17 minutes, which is ridiculously slow, and I don't know, without the Ags, he's not tremendously useful either. The mech will help, but it's just not going to be enough, and the Morphling, there's no way for him to really impact this game yet, and he just needs to find it somehow, but I just don't see it happening, and well, here comes the push. All three lanes are being pushed in. And, well, we'll see which lane they decide to focus on. Looks like mid lane. They're going to try and kill off Artez, but you do see Moonlight Shadow being used. Ice Disruption will defend for the time being. Can they find this kill on Cross? One more right click. Wrath of Nature actually does clean it up. And, well, here comes the Drow Range with that damage output. Drow's level 14 right now, and that's a ridiculous amount of damage coming from Marksmanship. Plus the Yasha she just finished, working on that Manta style. Aegis is popped, but with Viper down, they could probably just go high ground here. He's their best fighting hero right now. Oh my god, Arrow lands on Morphling. Burrow Strike, blink through onto the Sunstriker. Gonna try and finish him off. Sandstorm being used. Dazzle will go down. Morphling dies as well, and that... I don't know. There's DC from Morphling. That's just gotta be it. And yeah, that's a GG. And Compass, they just show President who's the better team here, and they just absolutely steamroll through in both games.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, really. Just completely and utterly outplayed there. Well, I guess we were saying that they are the favorites coming into this game anyway. Them being the more known team, as well as them performing pretty stably as well as good lately, but didn't expect this kind of a stomp, to be honest.
Yeah, they absolutely just ran through, and I don't think I've seen... It's been a while since I've seen Compass up against like the stiffer competition, but I mean, it's one thing to stomp through teams like this, but if you show you can do it and just absolutely just take care of business, is basically what this game was for them. And if they can make it look like that, then that's when you know it's like, all right, well, this team, they're ready to maybe go to the next stage. Because it's sometimes those tier 2 teams try to make that jump up. It's just it's just taking care of the easy teams that sometimes comes to bite them in the ass, but not this time around for Compass. So very, very strong performance from them.
I have to agree, and well, they're going to be up in the semi-finals now after this game. Although I don't know when it's played quite yet. They'll probably make the schedule a bit later on, but it's going to be either against Pulp or otherwise. So they got the better part of the bracket, because on the other side will be either Slicky Gaming or Power Rangers plus Aware Gaming. So, Comps Gaming, they might actually get all the way into the finals, or at least the winner bracket finals. I guess we will find out. Thank you all guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for supporting the Leaders League, of course. And, well, Horatio, thanks for casting with me.
Yeah, no problem. It's always a good time.
So yeah, this is gonna be it for us for the time being. In 2 hours time, Power Rangers will face us Leaky Gaming on this same channel for the Leaders League quarterfinal. So if you're interested, definitely be sure to tune back in. And if you liked us, follow us on Twitch as well as our social media. You can find all the links below the streams. And yeah, this is us just going to relax, I guess.
Yep, pretty much.